All right, so I'm going to repeat myself just because I know some of us just came in, okay? So you're going to need a boxed cake mix, all right? Either white or yellow, because if you use chocolate, then you won't be able to see the colors. So it'll have to be white or it'll have to be yellow cake. All right, on the back, you're gonna have to follow the instructions. So for mine, it says 1 cup of water, half a cup of oil, and 3 egg whites. But for everybody, it might be different. So I see one of you guys has this kind of cake, all right? So you see this one has different things. This one says 1 3/4 cup of water, it has oil and eggs. So they all pretty much take the same thing. The main ingredients are gonna be water, vegetable oil, and eggs, all right? But there might be different measurements. So for mine, so you can go ahead, you can open it up and just pour. So you're gonna pour the stuff from the box in there first. So I'm gonna do this so you guys can see what I'm doing. All right. So there's my cake mix in there first. Okay. Then you want to put in, so the water. So here I have a measuring cup. Okay, it's gonna ask me for 1 cup of water. So you're gonna see here, okay, on the side, you see the different cups. You're gonna only need 1 cup. All right, so let me pour this in here first. Okay, so right here, here's my measuring cup. All right, you're going to need here, it says 1 cup. So it says 1 cup, 8 ounces. In my case, that's how much water I need. Yours might be different, okay? Then the next thing you're going to need, or in my case, I need half a cup of oil, so a vegetable oil. Okay, so here I have another measuring cup. It says half a cup, 4 ounces. Okay, now this might be different for everybody. All right, you just have to follow what it says on the box. So we put the water in, we put our oil in, and then the last thing we're gonna put in is the eggs. So we're gonna need our 3 eggs. So we got 1.
Miss Zimmerman. Miss
Yeah.
Zimmerman.
Yep.
How much cake batter do we need to put?
The whole box. So if you got a box cake mix, then you're just gonna put the whole box. And you have to follow the directions on your box, because for every box it's different. So for me, I had, and for everyone else, it should be eggs, it should be water, it should be oil. Some of them take butter sometimes, so you might need butter. Okay, but with a cake mix, the actual box cake, it depends on which one you're using. Okay, so you just have to follow on there. So once you have all of your ingredients in, so I have all of mine ready to go. So you go ahead and you mix everything together. So whether it's a white cake or a yellow cake, at the end of the day, they both kind of turn out yellow anyways because of the eggs.
Miss Zimmerman, does it need to be cold water or hot water?
The room temperature, so you can actually get it straight from your sink. It doesn't have to come from the fridge. Okay, so you mix everything together, make sure, see, on the bottom, so I like to do this to make sure that there's not still batter stuck down there. So I see some of us are getting fancy. Some of us have a hand mixer. Look at that. That's a lot faster. Okay, some of us are using the KitchenAid mixer, a lot faster that way. All right, so once you have it all mixed up, now comes the fun part, okay? So, the fun and the messy part, of course. So you're going to need 4 bowls. So you're gonna have different size, or you can have them all the same size. And then what you're gonna do is don't pour all of it in one, okay? So you're gonna pour some mix in each of the bowls. All right, so try and make all the bowls even of mix. So they can be regular size bowls. They don't have to be huge ones. The huge ones are for the batter. Okay, now, if you still have, you can go ahead and just put a little bit more in each of them.
What are we gonna need these bowls for?
So the bowls are actually gonna be the way that we're going to make it tie-dye, okay? So the bowls, you have to divide your batter. So your cake batter, you're gonna have to divide into 4 bowls. So these are gonna be our 4 different colors.
Is it a choice to have it different colors?
Well, if we don't have it different colors, then it won't be tie-dye.
But what if you don't want it tie-dye?
Well, then you can just make regular cupcakes, but today I'm gonna show you how to make them tie-dye. All right, so once you have all the batter, so I divided all my batter into the 4, okay, into the 4 bowls. So here I have all the batter. Let me go ahead. So you can see all the different batter here, okay? All right, now you're going to need 4 different spoons because we don't want the colors to mix quite yet. So you're gonna need 4 different spoons. Okay, so with our food coloring, so we have our food coloring here, you're gonna put 1 color in each, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and switch over so you guys can see it again. All right, so here's one of my bowls, okay? So I'm gonna put like 3 drops. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is my pink food coloring. And then I'm gonna go ahead and mix it. Make sure that it's all completely pink, okay? So make sure that that food coloring gets in there really good. Okay, so then I have my pink one. Then I'm gonna get a new one that doesn't have color. And put 3 drops of this color. Whoop. get a new clean bowl and clean spoon. Okay, we're gonna mix that one together. So we have our blue. Make sure you get it all mixed in there. Okay, then we get another bowl. We're gonna do the same thing. So this one's gonna be orange. You can use whichever 4 colors that you'd like. Maybe you don't want the same colors as I have. You can use whichever colors you'd like. Maybe you only want to use 2 colors instead of 4 colors. All right, so this is my orange. All right, and then my 4th one I have here, and it's gonna be purple. Three drops of purple. New clean spoon. All right, so I have my 4 different colors ready to go. Let's make sure, let's see how you guys are doing. All right, so some of us are still mixing, that's okay. Here we go, we're mixing the colors together. All right, I see some colors here, ready to go.
Hi, Ms. Zimbelman. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi. Oops. I have a little helper here with me.
So for this part, you're gonna need an adult. So on the box, so on the cake box that you guys have, you'll see the 2nd step or the 3rd step on there says bake, okay? So you're going to preheat the oven, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead, let me go ahead and take you guys this way, okay? So here's my oven. Every oven is different, but pretty much they all have the same buttons on there. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna click the one that says bake.
No, we're gonna bake now. Tell mom. Tell mom to come.
All right. Now mine says 350 degrees. If that's how many degrees that your box says, then you're gonna keep it there. And then you're gonna go ahead and push start. So right now it's preheating. So the oven has not been on, so it's gonna take a while for it to get to 350. Okay, so you might wanna do that before we keep going. Just so while we're doing the cupcake part, then the oven's preheating and you don't have to worry about it. Now mine, you'll probably hear it when it's done, so it'll make a noise. Yours probably does the same thing. All right, so how are we doing with the mixing? Okay, so here I have my cupcake tray, okay? So I actually did put little, little cupcake holders in there. So you can do that if you don't have them and you just have the actual cupcake tray. What you're gonna wanna do is, I'm sure mom and dad have it at home, okay, Pam. If not, it'll say butter spray, that'll work too. But you wanna make sure that you spray that pan so that it doesn't stick. So we don't want it to stick to the bottom and then our cupcake starts falling apart. So for me, it's a little bit easier. I have the little cupcake holders, so I don't have to worry about mess. All right, so this is the part, the fun part. the fun and the messy part. All right. So we're gonna go ahead. So the one that you want to have at the bottom, maybe the color that you don't really like too much, you want it to be at the bottom. So in my case, I don't really like purple too much, so I'm gonna put purple on the bottom. All right. So you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna make sure that it covers the entire bottom. Okay. So like that. And you're gonna go ahead and put the purple at the bottom of every single one of them. In my case, it's gonna be purple. So whichever color you don't like too much, you can put there at the bottom. All right, and then you just repeat the same thing for all of them. Make sure that it covers the bottom. So you guys can't see my whole tray, but I'm doing it to all of them.
Miss, are we allowed to use melted butter?
So melted butter is probably not gonna work. So you might need, if you have butter spray, or if you want, you could just get the butter. And what I actually do is you could just spread the butter on there. So the actual butter that you have. So it's a little funny, but what I do is I get like a paper towel and then I spread it with butter, and then it's a little bit easier to put it on there. Okay, so you can see I did it to all of them. They're all purple at the bottom. All right, so once you have them all filled, so I already used all my purple up, then you want to use the next color. Okay, so I'm going to use blue as my next color. Now with this one, you're not going to fill up the whole bottom. So you kind of just want to put it on the side. So you're going to want to layer it on one side like this. Okay, so it's going to look like that. So see, it's like half green or half blue, half purple.
Miss, it looks like you're like making a face. Looks like you're making a little face.
Kind of. Okay, and then you're going to want to do that for all of them. So the same color all the way through, only halfway. So you see like the color underneath. So you're going to see the blue and then you're going to see the purple. Okay. Okay, so the reason that I put it half and half is because when it bakes, they're all gonna kind of bake together, but we wanna make sure that we can see all the colors. So then what we're gonna do now, okay, so the next color I'm gonna get is the orange. You can pick whichever color you'd like, all right? And we're gonna put it on top of the purple part. So it's gonna go like that. It's gonna go on top of the purple part now. So now we kind of cover the purple, but the purple, don't worry, we're still gonna see it. All right. So let's take a look at how you guys are doing over here. Looks great.
We're still going again.
Yeah, that's okay. It takes a little while.
Yeah, this takes like a bunch of time.
All right.
I'm using a mini oven.
Oh, okay. And your tray, you have a little tray, so that's good.
Miss Mama, do you think that this is
Okay, so the last color I'm gonna do is the pink. So we're gonna put the pink over the blue. So I kind of go a little bit over just so we could see all the colors. It's up to you on that part because this will be the top of the cupcake.
Oh, yo te cambié esponja. So, ven aquí. Esto no es divertido. Ay. Miss Em,
Yep.
we cover the whole top.
You can, or you could just put it a little over like this. See, for some of them, I put them right in the middle so you could still see the orange and the blue on there.
Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so you might be left over with some batter. If you want to add more batter, you can, but this is pretty much a good way to have the batter because we don't want them to get really, really big, okay? So maybe you want to get another, if you have another cupcake tray, maybe you want to put the rest of the cupcake mix that you have in a new tray, okay? But we don't want to overload it because then they'll just, be spilling over the tray, okay? So the next thing that I'm gonna go ahead and do, so I've already finished. You guys, I know you're still probably layering the colors and that's okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna put it in the oven so that hopefully while we're still working, you guys will get to see at least one and how it comes out, all right? So those of you that are finished, if you're finished, if you want to go ahead and put it in the oven, go ahead and read the box. So in my case, it'll say it on the bottom, and it says 12 or 24 cupcakes. It'll say it there. Yep. And you'll see how long you have to put it in the oven for. So for everyone, it's different. For me, I think it said 13 to 15 minutes, but for everyone, it might be different. So just make sure that you're looking at the box.
Flavorful. Flavorful. They look so good.
These are the first batch that I made, the ones that look like they're almost done. And then the other ones are the ones that I had extra batter, so I decided to make some more. When you take them out, make sure that you wear oven mitts, okay? You might need both. So it happened to me one time. I was only wearing one, and then the tray started falling, and I grabbed it with my other hand because that's our first instinct. That's what we want to do, and I burned my hand. So it's safer just to wear both in case that you want to take it out, and the other one, it kind of starts to tip, so you have both, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and move it over here so you guys can see it.
Hello, my love. No, it's not a Mexican doing your lawn. How you doing, baby? Wow, look at those things. Crazy.
Hi, sorry, is that I
Okay,
switched over.
No problem, no problem. God, you're beautiful. You're red. You got some sun, or is just the camera giving you that color?
No, it might
Wow.
just be the camera.
Wow. Red. You're
All
beautiful.
right,
as always.
so
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna go
Okay,
ahead.
all these
I just
guys.
took them out, so I'm gonna show you some of them so you can see them on the inside. Okay, so here we go. Now, when you take them out, what I like to do is when I take them out, I get a toothpick and I go ahead and I poke a hole in it there. So, and we don't want anything to be left on it because then that means that it's not cooked all the way. So you see I poked it and nothing came off, so that means that it's cooked. All right. So let me cut one open for you guys so you could see it. See when you start taking it off, all the different colors. So they're still a little hot. So see in the middle?
It looks like a rainbow or splattered paint.
So that's it, guys. That's how you make tie-dye cupcakes.